What's that smell?
This is worse than the time the raccoon got in the copier!
Most people spend their lives wishing that they would one day come face to face with some popular figures who they cherish and look up to. But has anyone stopped to wonder what the reality might actually be like? Meeting regular people on a day-to-day basis, people don't really get to expect much. However, it would be heartbreaking to meet some of your favorite celebrities, only to find out that due to one reason or another, they have a bad smell around them. Believe it or not, there have been some celebrities who have been found wanting in that department, and here are 20 celebrities who have been called out in the past for being infamously smelly. No, one will shock you. 20. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew's story with body odor is actually interesting. While many believe that knowing that one has such a problem would push them to take necessary measures to check the odor, Matthew has been resisting every attempt to help him combat his. While on set for How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Kate Hudson got offended by the odor and reportedly offered him a set of deodorants on set, an offer that Matthew happily turned down. On another occasion, Yvette Nicole Brown, having spent some time with Matthew on the set of Tropic Thunder, made remarks about his musky scent. As you might have guessed, Matthew hasn't been moved one bit. Turns out Matthew has a bit of a personal beef with using deodorants. Why else would one be so hell-bent on such a matter? 19. Leonardo DiCaprio. Aside from acting, Leonardo DiCaprio has also been known with his strong commitment to environmental advocacy and sustainability. This has extended to different aspects of his life, including his personal hygiene. He reportedly has reduced the number of times he has his bath in a week, limiting it to a few times a week as a way of promoting sustainability. Take it a step further. He sees deodorants as being unnatural, opting to make do with his natural body scent. Some who have been around the actor have commented on this, but it doesn't seem that he is willing to make any changes just yet. Outside the question of the negative impact some of his personal choices might have, DiCaprio's environmental advocacy mission has been a spectacular movement, and he has been using his platform to spread the word on some ways we can easily help make our environment to be a lot better than it is. 18. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz has been one of those figures who have been openly outspoken about their distaste for deodorants. She has revealed that she hasn't used one for years. Her reason? She believes that deodorants cloak the body from cleansing as it is supposed to. She believes that using deodorants isn't natural, and that people should learn to embrace their natural selves as a means to contributing to environmental sustainability. Speculations have also spread about the disorganized nature of Diaz's wardrobe. The reports paint her as being clumsy behind the cameras and also having a laid-back attitude towards her personal hygiene. However, this hasn't made anyone hate her on-screen performance in any way. She remains one of the best at what she does, and we hope to see other ventures she would be going into in the near future. 17. Clark Gable. Having bad breath is one thing, and having it as an actor is another different story altogether. This sadly was the story of Clark Gable, the star actor of Gone with the Winds. Gable battled with halitosis, and despite his efforts to stay clean, taking regular baths and observing everything he needed to stay clean, his bad breath always found a way to complicate issues for him. This made what appeared to be a beautiful scene in Gone with the Winds into an excruciating moment for his co-star, Vivien Leigh, with whom he played some intimate roles. This close encounter was hell for Vivien, who had to hold her breath through some of the scenes. This image creates a whole different picture of popular figures, allowing us to understand some of the struggles that these celebrities have to face, just like every other person out there. 16. Gwyneth Paltrow. The 2013 Met Gala isn't one that Paltrow will forget in a hurry. Aside from her exquisite pink Valentino dress, some other thing about her drew a lot of attention in the most unpleasant way. She had some kind of a stinky incident that later made headlines. The people around her at the event confirmed that one could hardly stand being around her at the event. Later on, it was revealed that this might have been a result of Paltrow experimenting with different deodorants, which definitely went very wrong at that event. Paltrow has been known to be a health advocate and has been known to promote the use of more natural body products, especially through her own personal brand Goop. While some have lauded her efforts at promoting healthy living, some have capitalized on the Met Gala incident, questioning the impacts of her choices. 15. Russell Crowe. You would remember Crowe's face from The Gladiator, Cinderella Man, and Noah. His performances in these movies were spectacular, endearing him to fans all across the world. However, behind the scenes, his fellow cast members might have had a different opinion. While these movies were in the making, Crowe got a bad reputation on set for the odor that was oozing from his body. To crown it all, after all the intense activities on set, Crowe earned the reputation for not getting a bath. This irritated some of the other actors on set and made it really difficult for them to work with him. These cases, however, aren't isolated. The late comedian Joan Rivers once made reference to Crowe's terrible body odor. She cited that she would normally want to sit far away from him at events as a result. All these have made many conclude that Crowe might not just be a fan of deodorants, and they advise that it might be high time he had a rethink. 14. Britney Spears. Britney Spears had a unique incident in 2011 when her old bodyguard, Fernando Flores, made some interesting revelations about her personal hygiene during a lawsuit against her by Flores. He alleged that Britney's heavy smoking habits, combined with her dread for baths, left her with a heavy stench that stayed around her for days. He also alleged that Britney wasn't a fan of brushing either. Despite attempts by her media team to cover up her tracks, there has been circulation of images and videos where Britney looked like one with no care in the world. These sightings have seen her with very unkempt hair and also walking barefoot in a public bathroom. Maybe Spears was passing through a very difficult moment in her life, but the attention that these testimonies and sightings brought to her wasn't at all pleasant. She hasn't come out herself to address any of these, and the opinions people had back then still hang around her. 13. Miley Cyrus. We will just get right into this one. What would you think if you caught your friend wearing your retainer? Well, we might want to ask the person that Miley was reportedly caught wearing her retainer back in 2016. Her coated tongue has also been a source of concern, with many seeing it as a result of neglect. 12. Zac Efron. Zac has had what many would term an unconventional attitude to personal hygiene. From his really ideal masculine physique, one can easily tell that he engages in very demanding physical activities that help him stay in shape. This hasn't exactly been the problem. However, it's what he does right after these activities that has blown many away. Rather than having a good bath after these heavy activities, Zac has been known to use baby wipes to clean off the sweat from his body. One could only imagine how efficient this method could be on a fully grown adult. From what we have learned, he hasn't exactly been efficient in other aspects of his hygiene. Some have pointed to his overgrown beards as evidence of that. Despite all these, Zac has maintained his status as every lady's dream, owing to his chiseled and polished appearance. However, it wouldn't hurt if he just had his bath like every other human more regularly. 11. Orlando Bloom. Orlando is another actor on this list that has some kind of aversion to deodorants. Many have come to his defense, citing his eco-consciousness, but this also raises questions about potential body odor issues. Many have overlooked this, focusing more on his charm and acting skills, which have captivated audiences for years. I mean, who needs to smell good when people around will probably not notice because they're fully taken by your face? 10. Princess Diana. You might be shocked to hear this, as the whole elegance that comes with being part of the British royal family kind of makes it difficult for anyone to see them as anything but elegant. However, Princess Diana had battled bulimia, an eating disorder that would often push its victim to overeat. In order to get a little relief, there are often cases of self-induced vomiting or purging. Princess Diana's ex-boyfriend, James Hewitt, has also backed up these revelations, acknowledging how difficult it was staying around her, as her breath always had the stench of vomit in it. However, her condition was due to no fault of hers, and she did everything she could at the time to remedy the situation. This revelation shows a vulnerable side of even the most noble of persons. There is always something human lying within. 9. Megan Fox. You might want to hold on for this one. Megan had admitted at some point that she usually forgets something as significant as flushing the toilet after use. Yeah, you heard that right. And for someone in the spotlights, she also admits that she might not exactly be committed to her laundry as she should. She admits to wearing her clothes multiple times before even considering throwing them in the laundry. Anyway, who are we to judge? 8. Jennifer Aniston. Somehow, the elegant Jennifer Aniston made it to this list. Due to some wild speculation, words began to spread that Aniston might have a poor approach to hygiene behind the screens. Some have alleged that she has maintained an inconsistent pattern of bathing, and this has highly compromised her hygiene. However, unlike many others on this list, with obvious instances of their poor hygiene, Jennifer hasn't exactly given us any reason to doubt the quality of her personal hygiene. She hasn't come out to categorically state anything or address the rumors, so there might be no real basis for these. Over the years, Jennifer has been widely praised for the way she bodies her roles on screen, especially playing Rachel Green in the famed television show Friends. She has remained as elegant as she is talented, and we await more pieces of evidence to back this claim of poor hygiene before we can make our verdict. 7. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is a testament that pretty isn't a guarantee that one will smell good. He might be famed for his looks, but Brad has been found to have a rather unconventional approach to personal hygiene. Detesting the chemical content of soap, which he claims speeds up aging, he has opted for a concoction of lemon, water, and apple cider vinegar for his wash. As you would already imagine, the result hasn't been as he expected. He has been often called out, especially by his then-wife, Angelina Jolie, and even his own children for his awful smell. The actor, however, still believes that soap isn't good for his skin and that its chemicals aren't also good for the environment. 6. Robert Pattinson. When compared to others on this list, Pattinson's case appears kind of unique. He has obviously not been the best at personal hygiene and has been unapologetic about it, even admitting it in an interview. One of the famed traits of his hygiene is that he can go for several days without shampooing his hair. When asked about this, he admits that he doesn't see the need. It doesn't stop there. He has also been known not to take care of his living spaces, so, added to not washing his hair, he also maintains a dirty living space, leaving many wondering how he pulls through all these. Those who have shared spaces with him when they're on set have also admitted that Robert rarely has a bath, leaving him with a very discomforting stench. 5. Sophia Lauren. Sophia Lauren got called out in 1967 for her bad breath by no other person but Marlon Brando. The two spent a lot of time together when they were filming A Countess from Hong Kong that same year, and Marlon couldn't hold himself back from commenting on the bad breath that Sophia gets from the garlic that makes up the Italian cuisine that Sophia loved so much. This was just a part of the growing feud that ensued between the two stars while they were on this project. Marlon's unpredictable behaviors often clashed with Sophia's more professional and reserved personality. Despite both actors pulling through the making of A Countess from Hong Kong, their on-screen chemistry was adversely affected by the feud they had behind the scenes. This shows the struggles that actors often have to put up with, and how difficult it is for people with different orientations about life to work together. 4. Keanu Reeves. For this one, your guess is as good as mine. Anyone hardly knows anything about this star. There's only one thing that we can look at whenever we want to start a conversation about his personal hygiene, and that is his "I don't care" look, which he has maintained throughout his career. In truth, Keanu Reeves seems really not to care about certain things in life and has created an air of mystery around him over the years. His unchanging look and unconventional approach to life have even left many questioning his mortality. Though we might know very little about the life of this legend, we know that he has been very generous over the years. He has been known to give away huge parts of his earnings to other members of his crew he felt needed it the most. He has also been heavily invested in charities, especially those that focus on cancer research and children's health. His commitment to cancer research has been in honor of his sister, who has been battling the deadly disease for years. Maybe one day, we will get a closer look at his personal lifestyle. 3. Julia Roberts. As opposed to many on this list, who have been caught in some of their lowest times as it relates to hygiene, Julia Roberts' case has been merely rumors, with no clear proof that she has any poor hygiene habits. After she admitted in an interview that she subscribes to people adopting more environmentally friendly approaches to living, advocating that people get to adopt more natural products, rumors began to circulate about what might be her supposed approach to personal hygiene. Since she was in support of water conservation, rumor had it that she didn't shower frequently and would go days without a bath. Some have said that she has also done away with deodorants, embracing her natural scent, which is likely not to be so pleasant at intervals. Regardless, Julia has remained a well-loved figure in the industry and has made her mark in the world of acting. 2. Kristen Stewart. If you have seen Twilight, then you would agree that no one can be in doubt about Kristen Stewart's on-screen capabilities. However, looking a little beyond that, she has come forward with some personal views that have hinted at her poor personal hygiene. For one, she isn't a fan of deodorants and opts to maintain her natural scent. There have even been added rumors that she might not be so keen on having showers regularly as well. For her wardrobe, some have seen her fashion sense as being a bit too casual or mismatched, making them come to the conclusion that she may not be prioritizing some of these important aspects of living, especially as a celebrity. However, she has a strong fan base that has lauded her ability to challenge norms and also respect her authenticity and not being pressured into faking her lifestyle. What you see is what you get with Kristen Stewart. 1. Johnny Depp. I am sure we all enjoyed seeing how Depp bodied the character Captain Jack Sparrow in one of the most successful outings of his career, Pirates of the Caribbean. However, his co-stars might not have shared the same sentiment. You see, in order to effectively represent the character on screen, Depp had totally shunned the idea of having his bath during shoots. This was an outcome that some of the other actors didn't prepare for, and they had to deal with his unpleasantness through the shoot. Also, in 2010, Depp got a reality check from Angelina Jolie, who was a co-star in the making of The Tourist. She had been discomforted by Depp's bad breath, resulting from his heavy alcohol intake and smoking habits. Also, when his old bodyguards filed a lawsuit against him in 2018, they highlighted the actor's poor personal hygiene and how they were left to make sure that he maintained a good image in the public eye. Perhaps Depp took life as a pirate too seriously. Want to learn more unknown facts about your favorite celebrities? Subscribe to the channel and turn in your notification. You will be alerted when we post new videos. For the meantime, you can check out our channel for more interesting videos.